from the tap to tales galore. Oh, taste of stories, spinning yeast and grain. Mr. B goes round the world again. So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banished all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget.
Hello, welcome back to the channel, and we've got two beers today, bought from Aldi, $1.99 a can. We've got Old Skool West Coast IPA and New Skool East Coast IPA, brewed by Williams Brothers, and Williams Brothers have been going since 1988. I'm looking just here because I've got some information. £1.99 a can for somebody who's, I would say, it's craft, it's an Aldi, and I think they've got a really good story, background of home brewing. I remember watching him on Cook on the Wild Side with Youth-Friendly Whitstall, who I think is fantastic. I'm doing their heavy beer, and I've had their heavy beer, and it's great. But what Williams Brothers in Aldi, $1.99 a can. Let's see what they're like. Now, we've got Old Skool, we've got New Skool. Let's go to New Skool first, because I love a bit of Old Skool. So I'm going to save that for you know, when you when you have something on a plate and you save the best bit till last. Well, I'm hoping that's going to be the case here. So New Skool is an East Coast IPA, and I don't know what ABV it is. 5%. It's in a 440ml can. It's an IPA. $1.99 in Aldi. Let's get it in their glass. Let's see. $1.99 for a can of East Coast. Is it going to be a bargain? And is it to style? That's the question. That's my biggest thing on this video. East Coast, which is basically New England IPA. What should an East Coast be like? Well, for me, East Coast is low bitterness, hazy, tropical fruits, maybe a little bit of sweet malt. Well, not maybe, should be a sweet malt, low bitterness, like I say, and sweet modern hops. So there we go. And it's hazy. It's not full on haze. It's not opaque. I can see a shadow of my hand in there. So yeah, it's got some haze going on there. It's got a nice little white head going on. You know what? That smells great. I'll tell you what, tick for the aroma. It's got tropical notes. It smells like they could have used a verdant yeast in that as well. It's got a little bit of apricot. There's a sweetness in the aroma. Tropical notes. I'm not really picking up on any citrus notes. Mango, pineapple on the aroma. 5%. Good. It looks decent. It's hazy. It's not full on opaque, but it's decent. It's hazy. Let's get a taste. Cheers, everyone. You know what? That's not bad. That is not bad. That's very drinkable. £1.99. It's 5% ABV. It's a little bit thin. A little bit. I'd say it's more to light bodied than it is medium body. The flavour's there. This is where I struggle now, because bitterness for me, it's like I've got a big tolerance on bitterness. So it is very low bittered. Very low, which tick right for a East Coast or New England IPA. Aroma's spot on. The flavour's there, but it goes away quick. So it's not got the, it's not long lasting on the palate, but it is there. It's nice. It's got the tropical notes. It ticks boxes for New Skool IPA. Maybe I'd want more body, a little bit more, how would I put it? a little bit more creamy, not creamy, more full-bodied, medium-bodied, just a little bit more in the mouthfeel, more long-lasting. But I think they've got more ticks than they have, some more positives and negatives for an East Coast IPA. And at £1.99, I can't really grumble. Carbonation's good. I think that's decent to good. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I would actually. I would buy that again. 5%, £1.99. It's ticking more boxes than it is, like I say, having the X's next to it, the crosses. That's good. I mean, it's not, look, £1.99. It's not like, you know, I can't compare it to Track and Cloudwater, or Sure Shot, or, you know, these other breweries. But honestly, it's not offensive. The plus side, it's not offensive. It's a great value. It's got enough flavour. It'll make you go back for more. It's enjoyable, and the drinkability is quite high. What more do you want? That's good. That's good. Not saying it's brilliant, but that's good. Okay, we'll come back and we'll try the Old Skool IPA. Okay, we're back, and I was very ignorant because what I didn't do with the new Skool, I didn't read it. So it says juicy, fruity, modern. A soft, that's what I was trying to say before. It's not really soft. It's got a little bit of carbonation there. Hazy East Coast IPA, crammed with oats and wheat, bursting with Citra, Mosaic and Galaxy hops. Didn't pick up any poor Galaxy, so that's good. It's juicy, low in bitterness and full of fruity flavour at a laid back 5%. Welcome to the new Skool. Kind of tend to agree with that. Juicy, moderate, low bitterness, I agree 100% with that. Full of fruity flavour, moderate again. But yeah, tell you what, it's definitely worth the $1.99. Put it that way, it's definitely worth the $1.99. Doesn't say anything else on there. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, so let's move on to this Old Skool India Pale Ale West Coast IPA, coming in at 5.4%. So like I said before, this is my type of beer. So this is like you save, you know, when you save that best bit on the plate till last, or is that just me? I don't think that's just me. Right, let's get the beer in the can. Beer in the glass. Well, what am I expecting? I'm expecting more colour than that. For West Coast, I'm expecting a little bit darker in the malt, more caramel. If it's going to be an Old Skool, it's okay. It's a bit light. Is there any caramels in that? Or is it more modern but saying it's Old Skool, so they're using like a Pilsner malt? I don't know, but it looks more like a Pilsner malt. It looks like a very pale malt. If it was a traditional West Coast IPA, I'd expect some caramel in there, something just to darken it up and add a little bit of caramel flavour in there to go along with them hops. So yeah, okay, let's just go in between for the looks. It looks like a modern West Coast IPA. When I say modern, like I say, it's that malt bill's changing now with the West Coast IPAs, where they used to have the caramels. Now they're not. Maybe adding more Munich malts. I'm just talking gibberish, talking geek. But yeah, so I'm like that with the look for a traditional Old Skool. Aroma. Citrus, it's there. It's quite subtle though. I'm going to really try and find it. But it's there, it's in the background, it's there. I'm not getting any of that. I didn't expect it once I looked at the colour, to be honest. That caramel type note. Just very subtle citrus notes. But it does smell West Coasty, if I'm honest. It's got the aroma, but very subtle. Okay. Cheers, everyone. It's not blowing my socks off with bitterness, but compare it to New Skool, it's got bitterness. So if you did them side by side, yeah, this is ticking, it's more bitter. Is it bitter enough for me? No, but it's definitely bitter. Now, if Mrs. B tried this, she'd probably go, yes, that is really quite bitter. So, yeah, I'll have to give it a tick. It's got a little sweet note, caramel, very, very subtle. Very subtle. I'm really looking for it. Again, it's not long lasting on the palate. The flavour, like the New Skool, it feels like it spikes and then goes. So it's gone. So it's like the bitterness, little bit, flavour, little bit, it's gone. And it just becomes okay. It's showing a lot of mandarin type flavours on the citrus notes. I'm not getting any dank pine for me. A lot of mandarin, tangerine type notes coming through, whereas I'd want more grapefruit, but this is me being really picky because let's get down to it. What about it again? Is it nice? It's nice. What about it again? Yes. It's got a good ABV. It's got enough about it for me to buy it again. It's got enough about it. Is it a West Coast IPA? Oh, I'd go more West Coast Pale Ale. I don't think it's got enough bitterness to be an IPA. I don't know what the IBUs are, but it feels a little bit lower than you would expect from a West Coast IPA. Carbonation's decent. Mouthfeel, body. Again, it feels quite light. 5 point something, they'll say. 5.4. Feels a little bit light. So as it's that long-lasting flavour that's just not there, the flavour just doesn't last long enough. It doesn't leave enough on the palate, on the tongue. But again, we're talking £1.99 in a supermarket, and you know, does it tick that box that I'd buy it again? It would. It does, because if I was going to a party or a barbecue or something like that, a few cans of this, yeah, I'd be happy enough to do it. I really would. Do I class it as a West Coast IPA? No, I'd class it as a West Coast Pale, just because I want more bitterness, more pine coming through, more grapefruit. Not getting that really, but that's, you know, subjective, isn't it? That's just my palate. But like I said, Mrs. B would probably go, oh God, it's bitter and so and so. But $1.99, yeah, I'd buy that again. Go and give it a go. Definitely go and give both a go. Especially if you like, you know, your IPAs and you want to do the difference between the East and the West. It's a good comparison. It's a bit of fun. £4 for 2 cans. Can't really grumble at that. So yeah, not bad from ALDI. A good shout. Well, not bad from the William brothers. Tell you what, I will read the can this time now. What does it say on this? Bold, bright and bitter. Not bitter enough. Not for me. A classic West Coast IPA that pours pale gold with floral aromas with a hint of pine and citrus. It's got the hint of citrus. I'm not getting the pine. Big upfront bitterness is balanced by subtle malt sweetness. don't agree with that. But again, it's subjective, isn't it? Leading to a clean, dry finish. Yeah, I'd say that, but not long lasting, the flavour. Bold, bright and bitter. This IPA, as it was meant to be, pure, punchy and unapologetically old school. I think I've read that somewhere else. I'm sure Brewdog said that. Someone said that unapologetically. I can't remember who it was. Old school. For me, it's more of a pale ale because I'd want more bitterness. I'd love to know what the IBUs are on this. Just feels a little bit low for a West Coast, but they've got to go for the bigger market, haven't they? If it's too bitter, people are going to be put right off. So for the majority, I think this is a good beer. If you want West Coast punching bitterness, pine, don't bother. Don't bother because you're not going to get that from that. But you're going to get a nice West Coast pale. Okay, $1.99 Aldi. New school versus old school. Which one do I prefer to both? I would say I prefer the old school because it's got a bit more bitterness, which I do like. But I want more from a West Coast IPA. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next one.
So if you like, then stick around. Cheers to the nights we banished all our fears. Mr. B will raise the bar, you bet. With every pint of ale we won't forget.